But today we came back, normal Wednesday practice. Really pleased with our guys' attitude, effort. Really working on continuing to develop fundamentally. Still things we had to clean up. Still things that we're introducing situationally with the game plan. But I thought the guys came out with the right mindset and approach, and so pleased with some of the stuff that we're seeing, and I thought it was overall a good day.
First question will be Antoine Staley from Democrat.
Coach, your team, your defense has given up 208 yards per game on average. What do you attribute to that, and how do you correct it?
You said they've given up 208 yards? I'm sorry, can he re-ask the question? I didn't.
Yeah, 208 yards per game rushing.
Oh, rushing, okay.
What do you think, what is attributed to that, and how do you get corrected?
I think there's all different factors that contribute. I've kind of talked about it after games, whether it's, misfitting of gaps, missed tackles, obviously, making sure that we're winning our one-on-one, opportunities. Those are all things that are going to contribute to not playing to the level that you're capable of. We're working extremely hard on trying to get that corrected, and it's been a big emphasis throughout the season, but continuing to enforce that through the through this bye week, and need to be better in all aspects.
Did they change much offensively? I know they're not throwing the ball as well without their starting quarterback, and his status is still uncertain. Did they change much about what they were doing in those next couple of games? And then also, how difficult does that make it coming out of a bye week, knowing that they've had some time to maybe change some things if he's not available?
Well, they haven't changed a whole lot. They're very multiple in what they do. I think offensively, a lot of unique sets of how they distribute their personnel. They'll have a lot of tackle over plays where they put receivers at tight ends. They will just try to disguise different looks. Very, very multiple offense. They have the ability to throw the ball all around the field. They really stress every aspect, horizontally as well as vertically. You'll see some wildcat packages that I think they do a really nice job of, unbalanced sets. This is a team that's very capable. It's an experienced group. Up front. They have. They've got. They're big. They're physical. It's a team that is capable of running the football. They've had some explosiveness show up. Throughout at different times throughout the season. But at the end of the day, we've got to make sure we're continuing to focus on ourselves. We know that they're going to have some unique aspects to their game plan with things they've seen against us that have been run and been successful. So we've just got to continue to prepare and improve and make sure that we're communicating in all aspects. And then you get an opportunity to have those one-on-one plays. We've got to make them.
Hey, Mike, I saw that Brendan Gant was listed as the co-starter at safety. He's played quite a bit the last few weeks. What has he done to kind of continue to elevate himself in the rotation at safety?
He's a guy that I'm really pleased with. As this season has come along, he had an unfortunate injury there in the summer where he was unable to go through really any of our voluntary workouts or even when we got back in full swing. He really wasn't available till a few weeks into fall camp, and so he was behind physically. You're missing out on that time. His weight took a dip where you had to kind of get himself back to where he was in that playing condition and just physically able to go out there and play to the level that he's capable of. And you're really starting to see that growth in these last few weeks. He's a guy that flashes all over the field. I think has a great future in front of him. Excited about the steps that we've seen in a positive direction. He's got to continue to make sure that he's in control in all situations. He's a very emotional player, which I love. love, and but make sure that maintaining that control and focus of where his eyes need to be. Obviously, going out there and executing the call that we have. But I mean, I think his best days are in front of him. He's going to be a guy that I think can be a great player, here in his future, and we just need him to continue to improve here this week.
Next will be Aslan Hubbard-Vandy from Warcamp.
The number fives on offense tomorrow and enhanced defensively, it was we're either able to practice today, and on a scale of 1 to 5, how optimistic are you you'll have either?
Yes, they both participated. Now, on a scale of 1 to 5, do you want 1 being optimistic, or do you want 5 being optimistic? 5 being optimistic. Let me say that we're right there, somewhere between 1 and 5 in my optimism, and I'm really excited about where that number is in my mind right now. But I don't know what that number is. I'm not going to, put it out there for you.
Next will be Pat Burnham from the Osceola.
Hey, Coach, you guys moved Leonard Warner to Fox, at least according to the depth chart, to Lil McCray to Mike. Can you kind of talk about what led to those position changes?
Leonard was a position. This actually happened a couple weeks ago. We kind of presented it, there before the Louisville game. Just the rotation at Fox wasn't, really wasn't, what we needed it to be at that time, and and going through and having, the experiences throughout the season. Leonard's a guy that we really think that can be impactful. There at the Fox position, he's got a really good skill set. Get him close to the ball. Utilizing his strength and the agility that he has. And even in just practicing for I guess it was 3-4 days there at Fox, he did some good things in the first game, and there were some bright spots that showed up. I think he's really grown over the last 2 weeks, and is going to provide us a really nice 1-2 punch with here with him and J-Rob there at the Fox position. So I'm excited about what that's looking like. Obviously, Jaleel, his opportunities increase there with that move, and just got to continue to develop and grow there at the Mike spot, and I know he's working to do that.
All right, we're going to go 2 more. Next will be Ira from Warcamp.
You played a good number of freshmen this season. Are there any others you expect possibly to see any action in the second half of the season, or any of the guys that have only played like maybe a game or 2 might be seeing bigger roles?
Yeah, absolutely. Good question. Sidney Williams is a young man that's really kind of coming along. Him and Jadarius Green McKnight, I think, are 2 guys that at the safety position, through injury have had opportunities there in practice to have to, could continue to develop. And I think both those guys have really, bought into what we're doing here very early in their career. Great young men, physical, versatile players. I'm excited about what both of those guys bring to the program, and just from their physicality and athleticism that they show back there, just still getting used to all aspects of what we're doing, with their youth. But I think you're going to see them be more active in what we're looking to and how we're looking to utilize them and what they're looking to do. I think those guys are 2 that have really showed up and excited about what their future holds.
All right, last one will be Brennan Snow from the 347.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 5, but I do want to get to see if there's availability with Renardo Green and Nico Dodson after both those guys were out for Louisville. Are you happy to hear them back?
We're going to continue to evaluate that. I would say that Miko is probably further away. We continue to evaluate him. With dealing with injury. Renardo's working extremely hard to get back. Really pushing for that, but right now, just I'm not. I don't have the 1 to 5 answer ready for you.